Hey, this is Eve Hennessy, author of Detox with Ease, and also the creator of my most famous video called How to Get Rid of Moles, Warts, and Skin Tags in 5 Days with Apple Cider Vinegar. Well, I never did my follow-up video, but as you can see, I don't have a huge mole on my face like I used to. Some people like that mole. I like that mole fine. I actually don't have a problem with moles, but you know what? It was just kind of getting bigger and I was just done with it. So I want to tell you about a new thing. So you can watch my video if you want to know how to do that. It worked. That was a real video of me going through the process of getting rid of a very big mole that I had. So I wanted to tell you about black salve, which I had read about and heard of on and off. If you're in the healing communities, you hear of this stuff that people use it for healing skin cancer. And I had a doctor up in Delaware who's like a chiropractic type doctor, advanced biostructural correction. And he told me that he had skin cancer and that he used black salve to cure it. And he told me what brand to get. I'm going to put this in my Amazon store if it's still in Amazon, this brand. Because you probably don't want to get just any brand. I don't know. I'm sure they're all different concoctions. But this is the standard, old-fashioned black salve. So you can check in the links below. So he told me, he had paperwork and stuff and he said he was writing a book. He said, I have the paperwork that the doctors told me I will die if I do not get their therapies for the cancer. Anyway, he's very healthy and amazing. So I got some of this. I didn't have cancer, luckily, but I did have some different moles and warts and skin tags. Well, I didn't have warts, but I had skin tags and moles. And frankly, I've put them on every single thing on my body, and not just the moles. I had some red spots, and then I had some scaly skin, like just sun damage, aging kind of stuff that I didn't like. So I, in my classic way, I've experimented on myself in every way. And recently I've had red patches come out on the top of my head. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to use the black salve. I'm going to see what happens, because when I tell you about my experience that I've done before, I just really believe in this amazing stuff. If you go and research it, as I did and as I always do before I use anything on my body, as you know, I'm not a doctor, so do your own research. But I researched it, and you see a lot of really scary things, like people with huge holes in their faces, awful nose. If you look up black salve and skin cancer, you see a lot of scary things. I read even NIH research that this lady died of cancer, but it was only one person. It was anecdotal. So basically a lady had skin cancer and she used black salve, but she ended up dying. So of course, like everything, there's always proponents that this is going to heal everything. And you know what? Generally, that's not true either. Generally, sometimes it's just your time to go. I mean, that's my feeling. And, it's just because it maybe heals a lot of people doesn't mean it heals everyone. And anyone selling a product is going to way exaggerate their claims as a general rule. I always under-exaggerate it, but that's my way. But, that's not the most famous people's way, because there's no way to get famous. There's no way to make tons of money by under-claiming. I just don't want anyone to get hurt. I just want to help people. So black salve. So I did actually put it on this spot. And I'll let you know what happens. I'm going to tell you I put it on this spot, and then I'm going to go into my other points about moles and whatnot. I have a theory, because my dad has a lot of spots on his face, and he's always getting chemotherapy ointments and whatnot. And, my whole thing was, well, why not, when you get a little bit of a spot, get rid of it, or keep your skin so free of sun damage that you're not going to get that. I have to confess, I did a lot of tanning 2 years ago, but a lot in the sunbed. And it did age my skin. I do regret it. I always did a little bit of tanning, just a few times, throughout the year, just to keep my mood up and just to keep my skin a little bit tan. And that was fine, but I overdid it. And so my skin did have some aging, so I don't know if that's what these spots are. I do work out outside on the weekends, and I notice like after I'm in the sun, I'll get this thing. So my whole thing is like, you know, this is not skin cancer. Well, maybe it is, but you know, I'll just see if this gets rid of it. If it gets rid of it, I never see it again, then there's nothing to check. If I don't have any moles, there's no moles that can go bad. So I basically have no moles on my body or anything. I have nothing because I got rid of them all. Mostly I got rid of them with this. I went from apple cider vinegar to using this because this is actually easier and it's even more, I think it's even more effective. So, and I don't know if apple cider vinegar is this way because I only did my one mole, but I think it is. It only actually treats the area that has any kind of weird cells. So I had a whole bunch of little skin tags and weird little things here. You can see I got rid of them all. And I have to tell you one thing that if you like stop it and zoom in, you'll be able to see that I have one area where the skin is like lost the pigment. So that's an issue. I didn't have that issue with apple cider vinegar on my mole, but I didn't have it as an issue with all of these ones that I used on this too. So you just have to be careful with that. And the darker your skin tone is, the more chance you have of pigment things going wrong. I have like very fair skin. It's like a number 2, you know, after like the super fair people. So I have fair skin, so it's not, you know, an issue for me. Like I don't really have a problem with a little bit of a lighter thing there, and makeup can cover it up. So I did put it on here. And so what I was saying was I had a whole bunch of skin tags in one area, and I would just put a tiny bit of black salve on, but it would keep going out into the damaged areas. It's like, it actually, this is just my own experience. This is not medical or scientific, it's my experience. But I would find that the black salve would like go out into all of the bad areas, and it would stop right there. Like say if you have a mole and you just put it on in one little tiny piece of your mole, you just need the tiniest bit of this stuff and it will like keep expanding to get rid of the whole mole. I mean, probably, you know, I don't know if maybe you use way too little. No, but it's like it keeps searching it out and it gets it. So I figure if I put it on here, because I put it on just regular skin before just to see what happened, because I experiment like that, and really nothing happens. So if you just have normal skin with no kind of moles or skin tags or warts or weird cells or whatever, like basically nothing happens. And so that's why I'm a huge proponent of this. I think those awful photos on the internet with people with huge holes in their nose is because they had a very huge cancer in their nose, and that was going to happen anyway. It's scary. Anyone who has cancer, my heart goes out because it's really scary. Thank God for plastic surgeons and whatnot to, you know, put your nose back. But I can't say anything about, you know, I don't want to say anything about cancer, but I do know a lot of things that heals one thing, heals another thing. This stuff, I'm going to tell you how to use it. First, you have to rough up your skin. Like say this, I just put it on top of my red spot and nothing happened at all. So you rough it up a little bit with, you can scratch a little with a fingernail or use the tip of a needle, or if you have it in some kind of out of the way skin place that you're not too worried about, I've used sandpaper. I don't think anyone suggests that, but I have to tell you, I've done it. And just a little bit, you know, just to rough up the skin. Then you put the tiniest little bit on, like literally like the head of a pin, and it hurts. So when your body is like, if you have an area that has something that needs to be removed, you are, your body is like taking it in and it can hurt. If you have like more sensitive areas, it's gonna hurt more. So that's the first thing that happens. And then kind of nothing happens. And then I've done it to so many different things on my body, but it has, sometimes it'll turn a little black. This one is like very light. I think there was just maybe a couple of weird cells there or something, but it did take hold. And then what will happen too, if it's like a mole or something bigger, it will, after a few days, it will turn like green. It's not pus, but it like liquefies the mole. It's very weird and it looks awful. Like this is not for the totally faint of heart. You're faint of heart, just go to the doctor and have them do it, you know, because it looks scary, like especially that moment you're like, oh my God, you know. It didn't happen with this one. I think this one, like I just said, is just a little bit of, maybe a little bit of cells that needs healing. So also don't forget to smash the likes and say hello. Thanks for smashing those likes. I see it out there. And don't forget to say hello, where you're from. And later we can have questions. Let me just get through this part though. So, yeah, and then just naturally, for me, I found you only have to use this once. You put on one little tiny bit, it does its work. You try not to pick or pull, which I have a very hard time with, especially when it gets to the weird green goopy stage, because you want to pull it off. And it's kind of cool. Like I had another big mole and I would pull it off and it was like, it was a crater. So I really feel like it goes in there and gets at the roots. If you read up a lot on this and Earth Clinic and other websites, it does say it kind of goes in and pulls a root out. And it seems to me that that is true. I believe that. The ingredients, this are 3 ingredients. Bloodroot, I do think. It's a Native American sort of thing. I don't remember the other 2. Zinc. It has 3 basic ingredients. So that's all you do. I've used them on little red spots. I've used them on scaly patches. My scaly patch took a long time. It was on my leg. My scaly sun patch took a long time to go away. I had to do it a few treatments on that one. And there was a few times, but that skin now is really nice. Like it wouldn't go away. I didn't like it. Let me see, made some notes. Okay, I already did all my stuff in the notes. So let me know if you have any questions. And otherwise, I'll just keep talking about my experience. But those are all the main points that I wanted to cover. It is amazing. I do have an Amazon store, so I'll make a little category. It'll be like stuff I showed on YouTube. It takes a few days, but if you have an area, I had an area that had like a lot of things together. It was like skin tags, and it literally, you know, I could keep putting it on that area and it would keep like pulling stuff out. So very interesting stuff. I actually believe that it would probably cure cancer. I can't say anything like that. I don't want to get my channel taken down. But, you know, I think if you keep a good watch on yourself and you get rid of all your moles now, you don't have to worry about them being cancer. If you have some weird spots that you don't like on your body, I think probably you could get them lasered. Probably even better, just way more expensive. Although I did have some laser treatment on my skin within the last year, and I don't know. Maybe it's pulling something out. I don't know about laser, but I'm pretty sure laser, you know, anything that's going to resurface your skin and make your skin pretty and beautiful is also going to get rid of cells that you don't need. So that's the good news. You know, when people have you know, even acne scars, all different kinds of stuff, you know. So this is like, this costs about $20. And this thing I've had, and I've used it a ton, and I could use this for the whole rest of my life, you know, if I had more stuff to get rid of. Basically, this is enough for 10 people for a lifetime. I bought 2 of them just because I didn't know, but it really, you just need a tiny bit. And it's pretty cool. Like I like weird science experiments on myself. So I enjoyed it. Yep, it took out red. I don't know what those are called, melasmas or something. Those red spots. I've taken out age spots. I'm going to put an age spot on there. Any kind of cells. Actually, I do have some more spots on my hands, but I'm not you know, it does look awful while it's working. And this one doesn't look awful because it wasn't really no big thing. But if it was a big mole, it will literally, might turn black, just like exactly like it did in the apple cider vinegar, which go back and watch that video. Exactly the same kind of black. And then the liquefaction part, kind of greenish, is different, but it's very fascinating. And a lot of times when you see stuff on the internet, you'll get a lot of really awful people saying, oh, this is going to kill you and you're going to die and all this. And I don't know why that is, but sometimes I keep searching and to see what other people really have to say. And then I'll do a little experiment. You can do a little experiment, maybe have some little thing on the inside, you know? You don't just watch a video and then go do crazy stuff. Well, you might, I have, but you're taking a risk. All right, that's all I have to say. Please hit the likes, watch all my videos, make comments, share with your friends. I'm going to keep coming back and keep trying to get more viewers and grow an audience. Take everybody's detox questions. I have a lot of knowledge on self-healing. I healed my multiple chemical sensitivity and uncurable illness, as well as depression and other illnesses. Like literally, this is my natural happy face. I also, being sick and broke, I had to learn business. So for the past 15 years, I've been studying and doing business. And I have written other books besides this book, but I made a workbook to go along with this man, Ramesh Donta's book called The 60-Minute Startup Workbook, a proven system to start your business in 1 hour a day and get your first paying customers in 30 days or less. So this is my commercial. I'm doing a mastermind group. It's going to cost about $250 a month, a little bit less, and it's going to be for 2 months. So let me know if you want to be in this mastermind group and start your own business. It has everything you need to start your own business. Like I have my LLC, my bank, know how to make ads, understand every little thing that you could want to know about business with the Agile business model, which is easy and anyone can do it, even you. All right, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And then when the bell button comes on, hit all. That way you can know when I'm going live. You can show up and invite any of your friends who are not feeling well mentally, physically, spiritually, people who are gaining weight, people who don't know how to work out, people who are sick, people who have MCS, people that have moles they want to get rid of. So put your pictures below if you do get rid of any of your moles and stuff. I can't vouch for skin discoloration with this because I had it in a few instances, but other instances I didn't. So these were like little skin tags I had. They were very small, but they did leave a white mark. Ciao, everybody. Take care. Thanks for listening to my video.